Hey, how's it going, guys? How is it going? And welcome to week 1, season 4 of the 8-bit Pokemon League. And we're here. We're about to take on the Seattle Cyndaquils. And we'll give you a rundown of the team and my thought processes going into the first fight. Now, I am a bit rusty, so please bear with me with the battling. I need to get back into the mix. I've not done this for around a year now. I haven't really done any competitive battling in the ways of Pokemon, that is, and I'm going to get back into things hopefully quickly, well, more quickly than I expect. That's the plan here anyways, but I'm going to give a rundown of the team and my thought processes. So first up, we've got our Mega, which is Mega Heracross, which I have nicknamed Juggernaut. How fitting. It's got the Heracrossonite, obviously, to evolve into its Mega, and it's got the ability of Moxie. So we are hopefully going to be taking lives here today. Taking them lives. I'm going to try to keep record of who takes down who, and all of that good stuff. So make sure you are around and ready, taking those counts in case I miss any. But we're rocking out with Close Combat, of course. Perfect fighting move for it. I've decided to go Bullet Seed over Pin Missile because he's got a lot of Water-type Pokemon in his team. I think he's got Gastrodon, he's got Delamise, and he's got one more. Oh, Mega Slowbro as well. So hopefully we can hit hard with some Bullet Seed. I think it'll probably work better for us anyway than the Bug-type move Pin Missile. We've also got Rock Blast on here again, so we've got 2 moves which do 5 lots of damage because of Skill Link when it Mega Evolves. And we've also got Swords Dance to power up our attacks, even though they are already, you know, overpowered as it is. So yeah. Moving on, as our second mon, we've got Luna, our Cresselia, which is holding a Rocky Helmet. I'm running a sort of supportive type Cresselia with Ice Beam. Now, that's to take care of a lot of his mons. Again, he's got a couple of ground types. He's got, what's he called? He's got the... Oh, I can't think of it. Gliscor, which is going to be really annoying. So Luna is probably going to be the one for that match. He's got a couple of ground types as well, which I drafted it for. Haxorus is a dragon type. We've got him on his team. And we're running Moonlight again, Restoration, big pickup here. The more health we've got, the better. We've got Toxic again for the stall, so we can Toxic Moonlight stall if we get worse comes to worse. I hate stalling, but if worse comes to worse and we need to, then that is what's going to be happening. So we've got Toxic and we've got Luna Dance, sacred move that we're going to be using this. Maybe not so much, but in a dire need. It does take me out, but does fully heal the next Pokemon I switch out into. So if somebody does get really low, I need to remember to try and save them and Luna Dance in, so it is full health and ready to rock. We've got Mellow Yellow, which is my Tapu Koko. I'm running the Electrium Z on this one, so I could do Electrium Z Wild Charge, and I'm also running Hidden Power Ice as well, in case Cresselia does go down before necessary. We've got Taunt, and instead of going for Volt Switch, because he's got a lot of ground type mons on his team, I've gone for U-Turn, and I'm going to use Tapu Koko as my pivot for this battle. Unfortunately, obviously, like I said, there's a lot of electric resistances on his team, so I couldn't really go with Volt Switch because that would just cancel out my pivot completely. It would have been a nice combo with the ability of Electric Surge, but it's not going to be too bad. It's got speed and attack investments, so I don't know whether that's right. I don't know whether that should be a special attack, bearing in mind that's... Oh, well, it's going more for the Wild Charge than the actual U-Turn and Hidden Power. Wild Charge Z move is kind of wild and kind of broken, not going to lie. But yes, that's what we're going to be hoping for. It's going to be a one-hit wonder, hopefully. Next, we've got my Shiny Shuckle drawing the team as being our defensive wall here today. I mean, we've got Cressy's being a bit of a wall as well, but Noodles is going to be our wall. It's going to be our Stealth Rock Sticky Web setup. We've got Mental Herb in case we do get taunted into something, but we've got Encore as well. Again, just to be as annoying as possible, and Rock Tomb to get the slowness proc. Next, we've got Rose Raid, which I've named Holy Roses, holding a Focus Sash with the Technician ability. And we've got that Hidden Power Fire. Again, I didn't have too much fire at the time. Fire damage. I mean, if something comes in and we can knock it out, Holy Roses is going to be the one to do it. We've got Extra Sensory as well for type coverage. We didn't really have any Psychic type in case of... Can't remember, there was something on his team that I didn't really want to deal with, so I put Extra Sensory on. It's a good move as well. Giga Drain for stab and Sludge Bomb again for stab, and it should do quite the damage. And finally, we've got Tempest, which is my Talonflame with the Life Orb. It did recommend the Flying Z, but we've already got one on Tapu Koko already, so I've left it as a Life Orb with the Gale Wing, so Brave Bird has priority 1, and it's going to do a mass amount of damage. We've got Flare Blitz, Taunt, and Swords Dance. So hopefully, with that saying, we're gonna... Well, no, he's got a Gliscor that I do believe he's going to be annoying if he does bring, which we've got the Ice type moves for. And his Mega Slowbro, I'm pretty sure everybody's probably going to take out their Mega every single week. That's normally how it works. People just do because of how good they are. So Mega Slowbro I can expect to see. So we've got Tapu Koko for that with the Wild Charge Z move. He's also got... we've got Holy Roses. And yeah, we've got the Bullet Seed as well from Heracross. So that is my thought process is for this week going into this first match. Let's jump into the match and let's see how well we do week 1. Okay guys, here we are. Week 1 of the 8-bit battle, and look at what he's brought. Oh! His team is just blech. He didn't bring the Mega Slowbro like I was hoping, actually. We've got the Delmise, the Gliscor, I forget its name every single time. We've got the Nidoking, Gastrodon, Kamala, and we've also got the Scrafty. So he's got a major weakness in that. We're going to start out with Noodles, and we're going to try and be annoying as possible right off the go. So let's start off with Noodles. Try and get some Stealth Rocks up. And we'll see if we can get some Sticky Webs up as well. Now, I don't want to lose him straight off the bat. So he's going to start with his Kamala, as anticipated. He's got Composed, so it can't be put to sleep, which is fine. What I could do is I could be annoying, go turn 1 Encore, and lock him into whatever he's doing to force him out into a switch. That's what I'm probably going to do. I'm going to force him into that Encore, which now he's either got to switch, or he's got to, well, he's got to, I don't know, he's got to switch. He's got to be forced into a switch here. So, do I want Sticky Webs up first? I think I'm going to get Sticky Webs up. Oh, can you not Protect? Oh, Protect doesn't work. I forgot about that. That's fine. I was hoping to be cheeky. I forgot Protect negates everything. It doesn't matter whether you use it or not. So he's going to switch out. He's going to go straight into Delamise. We're going to get the Sticky Webs down, which is great. That's the whole point. And let's see. I'm going to try and get my Sticky Webs up here. What does this thing get? Let's see. I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock. Anchor Shot is super effective. We are eating it, though. Let's get our Stealth Rocks up. But I am trapped. So I'm going to lose Shuckle here because of Anchor Shot. I hate that move so much. We might live. No, we're not living. Don't be daft. So down goes Noodles, which is a little bit of a shame. Delamize's pack Ghost. It's Ghost Grass. So, what do I want to do? I could... Ghost Grass, which means it doesn't resist ice. But whenever I switch in, it's going to have to, you know... Interesting. I have got my calculator up, actually, here to see, like, some of the different things about some of these Pokemon. Like, I've never, ever been against this thing before. I know it can get Power Whip, and this is a spinner. This is a spinner, so you're going to have died in a bad place. Bad place is going to have died. I'm thinking of going out into Tempest here, trying to get that priority Brave Bird off. I want to check really quickly. An offensive Brave Bird does 91%. Nothing's gonna hold on. I didn't account for the life orb. Brave Bird will one-shot. So let's go out into Tempest. And we're going to go straight out for Brave Bird. We have got priority, so we shouldn't be able to rapid spin here. And I should one-shot. He's going to switch out. Kamala's going to take the damage instead, which is, you know, expected. He's going to get crit. Wow. I didn't expect it to crit there. Well, it's a crit. It's going to take out the Kamala, which is great. That's great, great news. Now, I don't have... what's it called? Roost. I don't have Roost running on this Talonflame, which I was supposed to do instead of Taunt. I was supposed to change that between the video, because I looked at his team again and I thought, and this could be a bit of trouble for Tempest. So it's going to switch out. Here comes the Gastrodon. It's going to take some rocks damage, and it's going to take the speedness, the speed drop. So Gastrodon is going to be annoying, that's for certain. Now, it's going to be defensive, isn't it? Or are they going to run a? He's not going to run a special one. Now, there's not much I can do here. I have to switch. And Gastrodon is going to probably Toxic. So I could predict the Toxic and go out into Holy Roses. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. So predicting the Toxic. It missed anyway, which is great. Now, this is going to force him into a switch because Giga Drain is probably going to one-shot this thing. Like, really is going to... At least Storm definitely would. I'm not sure about Giga Drain. I'm not sure how much Giga Drain is going to do. How much does Giga Drain... The Giga Drain is 80... Ooh, 87%. I'm going to go for the... I'm going to predict I'm going to go for Sludge Bomb. Worst comes to worst, he goes out into the Delmise, which is great, actually. Go for the Sludge Bomb, and we get off nearly 60%. That was a nice predict. Delmise, what's his speed? I've never faced this thing before. I have no idea what it does. It's going to be an offensive spinner. I definitely outspeed. I'm going to go for another Sludge Bomb. There we go. I've never faced a Delmise before. Like I said, I'm very new to the Sun and Moon. I haven't done any Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battling at all. I was back where I did Oras Wi-Fi battling, and then I kind of just stopped. I didn't, you know, I just wasn't into competitive battling very much. So, out comes Slowking. Interesting. Slowking is Poison and Ground? Poison Ground. I should know this. He's Gen 1. Poison Ground, which is going to be kind of annoying. Now, Ice Beam's going to do... If he's running an Ice Beam, he's running a special Nidoking. It's going to do about 80% damage. Giga Drain's my best bet, depending on what roll I get. But I'm going to play it safe. It's going to be an Ice Beam, and Luna's going to be able to tank that very well. So I'm going to take out... I'm going to get the Luna. Predicted the Ice Beam, and I tanked the Ice Beam really well. Lovely. I'm actually going to go for my own Ice Beam here. Hopefully Crest can do a nice amount of damage. If I had Psychic, that would have been great. But I don't. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll go with... See, even Ice Beam... See, Ice Beam doesn't say it's going to do too much. I'm going to go for Ice Beam anyway, predicting the Gliscor. Holy, that was a predict and a half. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting the Gliscor switch. My spinner is killed, yeah. The spinner was the Delmise. I was going to say, I was just quickly looked up his moveset, and Delmise does get Rapid Spin. It killed my spinner. I'm assuming he's talking to a spectator. Because not everybody in this league, I don't believe, is recording them. It's interesting. So his spinner's down. We're 3-1 at the moment. Interesting. Let's see what he's going to switch out into anyway. What is he going to switch to anyway? Probably here he's going to have to go into... Well, he can't risk Scrafty because he doesn't know I don't have Psychic. Because I swapped Toxic for Psychic. So he doesn't know I don't have Psychic. So yeah, that's the main thing. Normally on this set you'd run Psychic instead of Toxic. I took Toxic, you know, mainly for the Gastrodon and the Mega Slowbro. Because I knew they were going to be really tanky, really annoying walls, which I would have to deal with. But what's he going to go into? Let's have a see. What's he going to go to? Oh, he's going to go to the Scrafty. I mean, Scrafty is Dark type anyway. What am I talking about? So I need to switch here because Cress is probably going to take a Dark type move to the face. And not many others can tank a Dark... I mean, you could probably tank it and I could Moonlight. Should we Moon... I think I'll Moonlight and see what it's going to do. I'll Moonlight up. I'm going to see what it does. It's going to set up Dragon Dance. Okay, you're getting out of here right now, mister. I'm going to set the Toxic. The Toxic can start. It's Lumberry. Of course it is. Okay, this is where things get scary. I'm going to have to go for Toxic again. The Crunch is going to do that much damage. And it outspeeds me now. So I can't get a Lunar Dance off and heal up Tempest. That's what I'd like to do. A Scrafty. So this thing is going to be annoying to take out. It's on a limit. It's on a timer. It is toxicated. Toxicated. It's toxicated. So I'm going to pray for a miss and go for Lunar Dance. Or a low roll. And we don't get it, sadly enough. But the Toxic is whittling it down. It doesn't have much left to go. Now, if it's Moxied... What's it got? Dragon Dance, it should have. Let me just double check. Dragon Dance is what I want. Apparently, Dragon Dance isn't a move. I can't check it. Well, let's put it to +2. +2 attack. Oh, it's 2.5. That's kind of annoying. It was a guaranteed. Okay. Interesting. Where do I go from here? Maybe go out into... Who's got the highest speed? He's... Right, so 2-0 is 1.5 speed. Okay, I don't see him outspeeding Mellow here. So I'm going to send out Mellow Yellow. We're going to get the Electrical Surge. Do I want to use the Z move now? I kind of want to save it. I feel like he's going to predict, switch out into the Gastrodon. And, so, do I double predict and U-turn? I'm going to double predict and U-turn. I'm going to predict his prediction of an electric type move and he goes out into Gastrodon. I'm going to U-turn onto his Gastrodon and switch out. In fact, no, I outspeed. Don't I? It's super effective anyway. I outspeed, but it's super effective. So it should kill, essentially. But it will reveal I'm not... Oh, it doesn't kill. Okay. So somebody else is going to have to take an attack. So I'll risk that with... Tempest isn't going to be able to do too much to any of the other mons. So I'm going to sack off and risk... Sacrifice Tempest's life. Fire Punch. I didn't expect that. I did not expect Fire Punch. Wow. Brave Bird priority. I didn't expect Fire Punch. Wow. That was a lucky play. Gastrodon's here. Now, all I can do is YOLO it and go for the Brave Bird. Tempest has done its job. You've done your job, Tempest. Brave Bird and take yourself out. It was going to go for Rock Slide, so that's a little piece of information for us. It's got Rock Slide. What's he got left? He's got... Right. Holy Roses should be great here. Oh, in fact, no. Juggernaut, Bullet Seed. Doesn't matter what he's going to send out. I'm just going to send out Juggernaut. We're going to Juggernaut, Mega Evolution, and Bullet Seed. That should be enough. That should be enough. Well, definitely to take out Gastrodon. Whether it's enough to take out the Nidoking, I'm not sure. But it is going to definitely be enough to take out the Gastrodon. 2. And here comes the Nidoking. Now, Nidoking's Poison Ground, like we said earlier. Poison Ground. What am I going to do? Can I Heracross tank 1 hit? I was tempted to go for Swords Dance Close Combat. I'm going to do it. Swords Dance Close Combat end. Sludge Wave, we tanked a hit. That was all we needed. Let's go for Close Combat. And it was enough. And we do take Week 1. GG. I was very... Well, I didn't expect to win Week 1. But I guess our preparation just worked for us. We got rid of the spinner as soon as possible. And it was a great match. So thank you. Well, that was a really good match. GG, well played to you, good sir. And yeah, I guess we're moving on to Week 2. I don't know who I'm fighting just yet. Actually, I can check right now just before end so we know. But next week, we will be fighting in Week 2. It will be the team of the Toronto Tepigs. So if you know that team, you're a fan of that team, that is who we are going to be fighting next. So make sure you're back next week, same time. We'll have a draft and then we'll jump on into the battle. But that is going to be it from me. I have been your coach of the Manchester Mimikyus, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye for now.